Greetings, this is Bloodrill, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, the White March expansion. Alright. Let's, since it's night, let's visit the fishery and do that quest before starting delivering quests and seeking souls. Did I even do that? I don't actually remember. Alright, what am I looking for? Probably that.
It's past midnight. Go! To raid Ceres, or Defiance Bay, or fucking Air Glonfoth, I don't care! I'll tell them. Mayor Sina healed. The neighbors, everyone.
About what?
The stealing. You think I haven't noticed the money missing from the fishery coffers? Or heard Tana talk about losing a golden duke? You can't be found when there's work to do, but every time those merchant wagons roll into town, you've got coin enough for a few bags of ripple sponge.
No, it's not.
Stalwart tolerates your sponge habit, but they won't abide your thieving.
You won't.
I will.
Oh, he killed her. I wouldn't have saved mother and father while they was living, but I won't let this keep up. You fall watching his widening eyes as the ceiling spinning to your vision. Isn't this just like him? Green Day with his full tantrums, never thinking of anybody but himself. And now you're going to be nursing a headache for a week just to show you can't help some people. But you remember him too, your baby brother running through the snow. Yeah, I guess dead. And they teleported in. All my team is behind them.
You take shelter in our village and then ransack it like a common thief? You'd better explain yourself.
Calvino told me you were a ripple sponge addict. Seems you are much more than that.
Any who put stock in the ravings of that bitter old fool deserve all the trouble they get.
Killed your sister Erda right here in this room. He opens his mouth to reply, but the words catch in his throat. The guard next to him stares at the bracelet, recognition turning to horror.
Worth coming back for this alone.
It was an accident. I was a failure and a wretch then. But I never would have killed anyone. Least of all my own kin. I gave her body to the lake. But I kept her bracelet. To remember the cost of my own weakness. I ain't asking for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve any. My penance is my work on behalf of the village. And they need it, truly. You've seen the shape this place is in. Have mercy on Stalwart, if not on me. Let me do the work Arda would have done. That's my debt to Stalwart, and the only fitting way to honor my sister.
Okay.
Thank you. Stalwart may not know what you've done for them tonight, but they'll hear of your honor.
Sure, whatever. second senses. I'm all about them. Alright, off we go. I don't think he was a drug addict anymore, despite Galvino's claims. But let's face it, Galvino's an asshole, so... Yeah, nothing really interesting from these guys. Theodore. Let me remember. Copper, Hydra, and stone. that doesn't help me. That sounds like endless paths or something. Where is the two guys? I guess they're up here. One guy. New bounties. I think he gives you new bounties every time you finish the previous ones. Not sure. Alright, what else do I have here? No. Found a villager. There it is. It should be here. It doesn't make any sense to be anywhere else. Yes, we discovered that, but that region is too hard right now anyway. Alright, I guess I need to start getting into places. Get some soul checking done. Okay.
I take it you've met Galvino.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sinahio?
Grinde.
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
Let's go.
Did they mob that guy? Wow. Hmm.
Enough.
They listen, dumbly listen. As you turn, Sinahed's death sentence into an exile. Okay, I guess that's how she became a leader, sure. How does that help me exactly? Nice.
Her mind fills with questions, with calculations.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Just examining your soul. That must be weird. You go into a place and you stare at the woman or man intently for a while and then you leave. That's not creepy at all. Alrighty, let's check the sun. There we go.
You did right in parlaying with Baragon. Don't know that anyone else here is gonna see it that way, but I thought you should know. About the only thing folk here haven't tried. Killing one more matron won't change things for long.
But it could be fun.
Besides, her clan's flames that whisper. The one that attacked us was Wolf with many mouths. I'd know him anywhere.
They're cut from the same cloth, Aldrich. Only a matter of time before Baragon marches through that gap in our walls.
Something else you need?
Didn't I already
I'm
do
a
this?
carpenter, Mother's a builder, so it felt like a good fit at the time. Not that we've got a lot of new folk to build houses and furnishings for. These days, I spend most of my time fixing up the stockade. Mother's convinced that a magic forge will turn this frozen crack into a hub of civilization. She can't accept this place is dying. Me, I'd just as soon move on. It's a fool's hope. A fantasy that's kept these parts inhabited longer than they should be. They say the Pargrunan dwarves developed Durgan steel, became powerful, rich, and then one day, they locked their doors and died. Nothing like a mystery to stir folk up. Most of Stalwart is convinced that some Pargrin secret will save us all.
Everybody likes the easy solutions.
That don't stop them from whispering a prayer when they pass the old fortress.
Alright, let's see. That won't help me either. Alright. Cool. I wish you could do that more in the main game. Read more people's soul and memory. Even if it doesn't actually offer, you know, anything gameplay-wise or quest-wise, it's still a nice mechanic. Alright. Let's visit the inn. We can rest too. Since we are here anyway. Why not? Yeah. Oh yeah, I got your stuff too.
Thanks again. I'll
Okay,
be gone
it's done, I
just as
guess.
soon as the weather clears.
Which means I won't be gone ever.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? You all right?
I don't
won't
care
serve
about
you if
that.
you're already
Jesus.
drunk, you know. Top quality bear.
Alright, we'll do this one, I guess. Sure. 67,000. So 135. It's not really an issue. Alright, I can go down too and check that guy out. I don't think there is anyone else in here. Maybe later.
Something I can do for you?
Here. Aha. He is part of the... Nice, okay.
Pay attention. Sooner we get this done, sooner we can go.
You relish it.
We're hurrying, Captain Gregor. Honest.
I need to remember that I shouldn't awaken anyone that may be dangerous or whatever. Being captain of the march doesn't pay much, but does allow you to visit the armory without raising eyebrows. And with Coin Master Zoltrun selling off half of the battery's arsenal, who's going to notice a few Yeah, just a thief.
Sir? Excuse me, sir. You alright?
No, not yet. I will find everybody and then we'll see who do I want to awaken. Because again, it's a permanent decision. So there's no reason to actually hurry. Let's see you. Okay. Nice memory, but not what we were looking for, and we can speak to her. I will do after the game loads. Goddamn loading screens. At least this one is fairly quick. It's the first one that's really the really big one.
Didn't think there was anything more than lice and hoarfrost to these folk, but you had a look back there. What do you find when you're rooting around like that?
First tell me the real reason you want me to follow... Bleh. You wanted to follow me to Stalwart.
Mayhap I'm looking for someone. Woodcutter, by the name of Harmka.
This doesn't have anything to do with the Coldmorn, does it?
It sure does. He was one of them. The mob that destroyed Coldmorn. I tracked him to Stalwart years ago, but got caught before I could finish my business. We all gotta have something that gets us out of bed in the morning. This man, Harmka. I saw him outside my house the night it burned, staring into the flames the way I seen you stare into souls. I knew it were a fool's errand trying to hunt down every man and woman that carried a torch into Coldmorn. But if I knew I got the one responsible for my kin and my hearth, I might could rest easy.
How can you be sure about this Harmke fellow?
I took a good long look that night. Ours was a little place with a yellow door right on the edge of town. He was there. Besides, I asked around when I first got to Stalwart. Townsfolk said that all the woodcutters in town took part in the purge. Point of pride for them.
What does this have to do with me?
I told you he was part of the mob. I spotted him watching my house when it burned. But when we find him, I want to know if he's the one responsible for my home, my parents and my brothers and sister. I never thought I'd have the chance to know for sure. But you could look into his soul and find out. You being a watcher and all.
Sure.
Mighty fine of you. Mighty fine indeed. Don't know where he dallies these days, but someone in Stalwart could tell us. People from little villages, they always know.
I was always fan of an eye for an eye ideology. I know the saying that leaves everybody blind, but still. Anyway, I'll end this episode here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to. And I will see you next time with more White March.